Hey folks, welcome back to another video with flyfishingwithjeff.com. And I'm not on the water, as you can tell, but a lot of what I do is done before I get to the stream, and I get lots of questions, a lot of preparation questions, rods, reels, things of that nature. And so I thought I'd take just a second and share with you that a lot of what I do the night before. In fact, it's one of my favorite things. I love preparing things, thinking about the next day, what's going to be the best rod and reel combination. And so I'm going to run through a few things with you. You know, when it comes to your outfit, my suggestion to people is put most of your money in the rod. Next, put your money in your line, and least put your money in your reel. And I say that not talking to you tarpon people or some of the others, or just recently when I had my big muskie on, the reel was important. But most of the time when you watch my videos, you can see that I hand fight my fish. So I've got my bank robber, St. Croix bank robber rod here. It's a 6-weight, and I mean, probably like you, I like a lot of rods, but this is my very favorite one. It allows me really to do things that no other rod will do. It is expensive, well, a little more expensive, but I'm promising you it's worth every dollar. In my reel system, and I get a lot of questions about this, again, I don't put a whole lot of money into the reel system. These reels are the Cabela's Prestige Plus, or Prestige Premier 2, and I've got the reel seat itself, and then I've got 4 spools. This is my Type 1, sink tip Type 1, and probably we'll start with it tomorrow. And I carry a floating with me, which I may go to tomorrow if I find that the water's slowed down, it's clear. I don't want the fly rubbing along the bottom. Again, it depends on what they're eating when I get there. I have a Type 3 full sinking line, and sometimes that comes in very handy when you're fishing water that's moving along and you want to get that fly down to a certain depth and keep it there. And then I have a Type 6 sink tip, and I used it just recently when the water was high and moving along, and I wanted to make a cast, poke it into the stream, and get the fly down as fast as possible. So those are the 4 reels, or spool and reel combinations that I carry along with me. Many times you'll see that I have this backpack. The most important thing is I've got a little Cabela's. It's actually just a 5-weight stowaway rod poked in here, and I've got 3 of these stowaway rods that I bring along. And you might say, why? Well, I've already broken rods twice on trips, and that's no fun. So make sure you have one of those. I carry a bottle of water, you know, a whole bunch of different things, a lot of safety items in here, some extra off, some sunscreen, just everything I need is in this backpack. And so I usually just throw it in the top of my boat and I'm off and ready to go. Those are the things you really need to think about the night before, along with your fly selection. And I don't do a lot of tying. I tie some in the winter and get ahead a little bit. Like tomorrow I'm going to, or excuse me, just a little bit later I'm going to go in and tie a couple of smaller, medium weighted white flies for tomorrow, for smallmouth bass fishing that we're going tomorrow. And let me tell you about one more thing. I've got a guy, a friend, I'd like to call him a friend. His name is Nate Carnes. I've done a little piece on his artwork before. Nate is just an incredible outdoor artist, fly fisherman, and you can find him at natecarnes.com, natekarnes.com. And Nate is doing some really cool fly fishing work. This, as you can see here, is a pig of a smallmouth. I have a pig of a muskie on. And in fact, Nate's already we've got a design here, a flyfishingwithjeff.com design. And Nate is going to give us 10% off on this very shirt. Shirt itself is UPF shirt. It's very comfortable. I love fishing out of these because, as you know, if you get wet, they dry out immediately. And he's going to do the flyfishingwithjeff.com people a 10% discount. So you can go to natecarnes.com and you can order the shirt and collar, the size, my logo on the front, and then any choice of his artwork on the back. And I think you're going to find that you'll really like those. So anyway, Hope this helps out a little bit. Make sure that you think about things the night before, and I'm not trying to insinuate you don't, but often when I take people along, they're in the process of thinking about the stream and their equipment as we're there. And that means they're behind because I'm already off like a shotgun and I'm out there and I'm working things out. And that doesn't mean that things don't change while we're on the water. That's why I have the spools, I have black, I have yellow, I have white flies, I have crayfish, I've got most of it with me, and I'll make those adjustments on the fly. But try to do as much of it as you can the night before. So I hope these tips help, and if you like any of this, give me a like, and also shoot me a question at www.flyfishingwithjeff.com. And if I like your question, I'm going to send you one of my window decals, which I've already sent to places like Utah and Minnesota and other places around the country. So I hope this helps. Enjoy this. I hope this next fishing section is really good. Well, there's one in here today. All right, well, that has been a workout today. A little over an hour, and this is my first fish. I think the high pressure has really conked me out. Maybe it'll pick up a little bit. There we go. Up in the shallows for another one. Yep, there's a good one beside him right down there. All right. Well, I'll take it. Wait an hour or so. Tell you what, I did switch. Switched my line. Easy now. Went to a floating instead of the sink tip, and I went to a fly with just a tad bit more middle weight, so it wasn't bumping along the bottom. Let's see if there's one more up in there. Well, that little guy is beautifully marked. Beautifully marked. Doggone it. There we go. There we go. Came back out and got it. All right. Come on up here. Beauty. Look at that. So it's taken a while today, but the pattern is, the fish are a little finicky. We're in a very high pressure area, but I'm finding the fish back. There you go, buddy. I'm finding the fish in all of these little eddies right here, and they're laying back in this area waiting for an unsuspecting bait fish so they can come in and ambush it and use their speed. And that's where I'm finding all the fish today. There we go. Laying right in underneath that shelf right there. And you got to get your crayfish or bait fish, whatever it is you're fishing, running right alongside of that shelf. And they just can't stand it. There we go. Nice fish. Yeah, it's 16. Well, this one's a baby compared to the one I just missed back up there because he was a real man-child. Yeah, I just didn't get the hook set on him. He would have been a 20 pluser back there. It's an awesome spot. I've fished about, maybe the last 45 miles of it at various times. This is the best stretch as far as fishing goes. Well, have a good day, guys.